The holiday season is kicked off in our city as the 31st annual Festival of Trees took place over the weekend.
The whole community, the whole city celebrating the Christmas season.
Students from across Alberta were at NAIT to throw down for the VEX Robotics Tournament.
Here in Alberta, one of the things we need is more people that are into engineering technologies to make our economy go forward.
A new bill proposed by the provincial government has the Alberta farming community in an uproar.
Hello, and welcome to Second Edition News. Frustrated farmers took to the ledge to protest changes in workplace laws that they feel threatens the future of family farms.
More than 1,000 people from all across Alberta gathered on the steps to have their voices heard. Farm workers are exempt from certain labor regulations, including hours of rest, overtime and holiday pay, and certain child labor laws. The proposed bill would remove the exemptions in the interest of protecting workers. However, protesters believe that the added regulations will compromise family-operated farms.
It's important for us because this is the way we were raised. I grew up on a small farm, grew up helping grandparents on their farms. It's a way of life.
A series of informational town hall meetings will take place in the upcoming weeks where concerned Albertans can ask questions and express their opinions, including one in Leduc on December 7th.
It was a winter wonderland this past weekend as Edmonton celebrated its annual Festival of Trees. Currently in its 31st year, the festival is considered by many to be the start of the holiday season with its beautiful Christmas trees. Traditional performances and events like the Santa's Breakfast make the festival a great destination for families. Every year, the organizers of the festival join with the University Hospital Foundation to help raise money for a different part of the hospital. This year's donations will go to help the trauma unit.
What we do is we give that money to the trauma unit, and they purchase equipment and what their needs are to make the hospital, that unit, that much stronger for our community.
This year, the festival hopes to raise between $1.1 and $1.5 million.
The People's Climate March took place worldwide this past Sunday, and Edmontonians joined in with a demonstration of their own. Environment enthusiasts took to the legislature building in an effort to bring the attention of Canadian leaders to climate change, Aboriginal rights, and animal activism. The march was just one of hundreds of similar marches in cities across the world.
We need to recognize that we are part of a movement that is global in nature. There are climate marches like this happening in cities all across this world.
The march coincided with a climate change conference in Paris attended by world leaders, including Prime Minister Trudeau.
It was a buzz of gears and motors this past weekend as Edmonton High School students gathered to put their robotics and engineering skills to the test. NAIT hosted over 150 high school students who gathered to take part in the Edmonton Regional VEX competition presented by the Robotics and Competition Foundation. VEX challenges students to design and build robots using the VEX Robotics Design Control System, a type of modular robot construction kit. It also encourages competitors to innovate their designs as much as possible. The challenge presented to the teams this year is called Nothing But Net, where the robots must gather and launch foam balls into a net to score points. While only 4 teams will make it through to the provincial tier of the competition in February, Regional Competition Director Neil Wenger feels that all participants will come out with a better understanding of the field.
Here in Alberta, one of the things we need is more people that are into engineering technologies to make our economy go forward. And that's what we're doing is, we're trying to put better students knowing what they want to be into post-secondary.
Winners of the provincial VEX competition will then go to nationals for a chance to compete at the World Championships in Louisville, Kentucky.
NAIT Students Association hosts a week of fun events to give stressed students a break to think about their mental health. The All You Need Is Love event gives students a chance to distract themselves from the stress of final exams or projects through positive activities.
Little things to sort of take students away from the busyness of school just for a second, whether it's planting your own little herb or hula hooping or blowing bubbles.
In addition, students can get information about NAIT's counseling and student support services. The All You Need Is Love event ends with a free seminar by expert mountaineer Al Hancock at the Shaw Theatre this Friday.
Students and celebrities faced off on Tuesday during the Champions Day breakfast at the first annual Yes Chef Showdown. It was an exciting morning as Youth Emergency Support Services partnered local celebrities with Skills Alberta Culinary Arts students in a friendly competition to raise money for Edmonton's youth. To help reflect the nature of what Yes deals with on a daily basis, each team is given a basket of random assorted ingredients and are tasked with creating the best dish possible. Yes event planner Samantha Kelch feels it's important for people to know how vital these events are to the organization.
We do 4 major events a year, this being our last one of the year, Champions Day Breakfast, but we also have a gala in the spring and Homeless for a Night in June and a golf tournament in September, and these events bring in crucial needed funds, especially during cash flow times, so it's nice to get that kick in to keep the programs going.
Yes is looking to raise between $30,000 and $50,000 at this event. If you'd like to donate to Yes, you can visit yes.org/donate.
Some very exciting things happened this weekend in sports for our city.
Well, for Ukes and Eskimos fans, there's definitely a lot to be proud of.
That's right, guys. We'll start it off with the Ukes. The NAIT women's basketball team took on the Concordia Thunder on Friday night for the first time this season. The Ukes went into the game with a 10-3 record, while the Thunder came into the game with a 4-8 record. Starting off strong, the Ukes get a quick 5 points, followed by a 3 from Sydney Hurlbert to take the early lead. Thunder's Alyssa Bridgman shoots for 3 but bangs it off the rim, where Melisha Patterson rebounds the ball and finds Leah Van Den Bogaard, who dishes the ball to Hurlbert, who dials in from long range for her second 3-pointer of the game. 2 minutes left in the first quarter, Kendall Armstrong with a lazy pass blocked by Melisha Patterson. Patterson gets it over to Shaylin Noy, who goes the length of the court. Noy gets denied of her layup, but sinks 2 foul shots anyway. The Ukes end the first quarter 18-10. Not so exciting in the second, though. With only 5 minutes left, the score is only 20-12 for the Ukes. Maggie Russell makes it more exciting with the triple from downtown. Not long after, Emily Moore scores her first 3 of the night to end the half 28-17. Third quarter on its way as Tori Hill banks it up and in. Moments later, Shaylin Noy gets through 2 Thunder and looks for the quick pass outside of the 3-point line. Maggie Russell to Alicia Zuchek, who buries the 3-pointer. The Ukes finish the third 47-30. Doesn't look promising for the Thunder as Shaylin Noy drives past the defense and earns 2. To end the game, Emily Moore hands the ball to Jordan Enns, who sinks the easy 2. And the Ukes kill the Thunder 70-47. The Ukes followed up with another win at Concordia on the ladder of the home and away weekend. Moving on to men's basketball, the boys also took on Concordia Thunder for the first time this season, looking for their 3rd win in a row. The Ukes looked strong during warm-up and managed to keep the energy going during the game. It's a slow first quarter until Cam Smith nails a 3-pointer to break the 10-10 tie with 3 minutes remaining. Connor Dolson drives the net and floats it over 6'2" Brett Jakubik. With 40 seconds left in the first, Jackson Jacob proves to be too fast for the Thunder defenders as he goes in for the layup and gets 2. And again, Jackson Jacobs drives up the court and dishes it to Connor Dolson, who makes it 20-13 with 10 seconds left in the first. Ukes come out strong in the second quarter, and Connor Dolson gets another 3-pointer. Bevan Purnell steals the ball from Wyatt Beaver and tries to make the layup, but is denied when Jacob catches up and slams the ball into the backboard. Ukes lead the game 44-33, but coach is still not happy about that last play. Beaver with an easy 3. And Connor Dolson eager to get back into the game. Thunder defense lets Samson Cleary sneak in behind them and drain a shot. Ukes go into the fourth with a 29-point lead. Connor Dolson, another 3. And the NAIT Ukes finish the game 95-67. Ukes coach Mike Connolly talks to us about what it takes to win.
We were able to keep our bench going, and they bring a lot of energy out there, and we just kept playing, and that's what we have to do. Even it doesn't matter what the score is, we still want to be playing basketball the right way and basketball well. So we didn't really look at the score, we just keep it going, and that's how you become a really good team at the end. So that's what we're trying to do.
The Edmonton Eskimos took on the Ottawa Redblacks this past Sunday to compete in the biggest game of the CFL. The game may have been in Winnipeg, but here at home, fans from all over the city gathered to celebrate. It was quite the nail-biter as die-hard fans were eager to see our Edmonton Eskimos get a touchdown. By halftime, the Eskimos were able to take the lead by 1 point after being down for most of the first half. After 10 full years of waiting, the Eskimos beat the Red Blacks in a very close game, 26-20. They took home the Grey Cup only to be welcomed by the city's biggest fans.
Well, I told you guys we were going to bring it home.
The Eskimos were just as excited to see the fans as the fans were to see the new Grey Cup champions. The Eskimos rally at Churchill made it possible for fans to taste the victory.
This is, and always will be, a city of champions!
Fans can now, after 10 long years, sit back and relax knowing that our Edmonton Eskimos are the best team in the CFL.
It's been a long time coming.
Well, if our Oilers can't bring us home a cup, then why not our Edmonton Eskimos?
Hey now, the Oilers still have some time to climb the ranks.
Well, thanks, Bailey. That has been your Second Edition news. Thank you for watching.
Hello and welcome to Cooking with Ernest. I am your host, Brian Lentz, and I'm joined with Chef Dan. Now, Chef, today we're making my favorite Italian dish.
Yeah, we're making some gnocchis. So I actually started off by pre-doing some potatoes for us. So all we did was boil them off and let them dry a bit, because the more moisture we have in our gnocchi, the worse, or the more flour you're gonna have to add to it.
And so other than eggs, flour, and cheese, what can you add to the gnocchi?
You can add different flavorings. So if you wanted to add like some herbs and spices, you can add different types of cheese. It doesn't have to be Parm in this case. We're gonna add our flour. You can also add different purees to change colors. So it can actually look pink by adding beets, orange by adding pureed carrot to it. But by adding those different flavorings, it actually changes the type of dough it turns into. So we're looking for a specific doneness here. So we wanna make sure our dough isn't like super wet, because if it's wet, it's just gonna stick everywhere.
Right, so you wanna add more flour to that then.
Yeah, so right now we're gonna add a little more flour. And we'll add flour little by little.
What happens if you add too much flour to it?
It's just gonna crumble apart. So when you're trying to roll it out, it'll just fall apart. So we're just gonna add a little flour on our base here to make it work. So we're gonna roll it like this.
And what type of shape do you want for the gnocchi?
Basically, you can do whatever shape you want. Usually it's a cylindrical shape, so it's a cylinder. Today we're gonna cut them a little smaller. So we're gonna cut them like that. Usually you can etch them with a fork to keep all like the sauce in. Today we're not going to. We're just gonna treat it like a normal dumpling. So we're gonna take it from here and throw it into our boiling water.
And how long will that take to cook, do you think?
Usually, depending on the size. Thicker ones will take about a minute, 2 minutes. These ones will probably take about a minute. So once they float is usually a good sign for them to throw into your frying pan and add your salt or whatever else you want. Some tomato sauce, cream sauce. I like butter and just a little bit of more cheese on top.
All right, well, I can't wait to try that gnocchi. If you would like this recipe and more, go to natenewswatch.ca and click on the Second Edition tab. Thank you for joining us.